This Shopify brand made over $60 million in 2021 after just 4 years of launch. Today we have such an amazing episode where I'm going to be breaking down exactly how this brand was able to do so in such a short time frame and the exact strategies that they were using to rapidly grow. Hey y'all, it's your favorite digital marketer here, Chappell, and over the last 7 years, we've been helping brands and influencers successfully scale their businesses using TikTok and Facebook ads. We've collectively generated over $1 billion in sales for our clients, and have been very successful at doing so over the years. So today, I'm going to reverse engineer a website, their marketing tactics, and the exact strategies they're using with their products to be able to successfully scale with Facebook ads and on their website. And if you haven't figured it out yet, the brand is called JAXXON, and let's get into it. As you may know, JAXXON was founded in 2017 by Josh Deemer and Josh Pierce. Before Josh Deemer got married, his fiancée wanted to give him a simple piece of jewelry but found most men's pieces were too gaudy or expensive. In 2017, Deemer teamed up with his friend Josh Pierce to launch JAXXON. Josh Deemer, a serial entrepreneur who created brands throughout high school and college, reached out to college classmate Josh Pierce, who had just left Red Bull as a marketing manager in New York City. The two agreed on the vision. The following day, they bought a handful of chains, shot photos, and opened a Shopify website. And from there, the rest was history. The overnight decision and swift execution in 2017 helped Deemer and Pierce scale their business to new heights, and today JAXXON is the leading men's jewelry company in the US online. And backed by Odell Beckham Jr. of the Los Angeles Rams, the company expected sales north of $60 million in 2021 with their Shopify store. Now, from someone who has worked with some of the largest brands in the world, I can tell you how much I appreciate the action that they've been taking, because as I say this already, action takers are the money makers in this business, and the ones who put in the effort and execute on the results are the ones who reap the rewards. So now that we've broken down a little bit of the history of JAXXON, let's go ahead and jump into their website and look at what they're currently doing and executing, so that way you can learn some of the marketing tactics, the conversion rate optimization, edits that are being made in the website that are allowing them to actually convert customers into dollars and be able to scale with their overall ads to maintain such a high volume of growth every single year. All right, we're on JAXXON's website now, and you can quite literally see the first thing that pops up is their actual banner. They're running a Father's Day offer right now, which is a free engraving, which is pretty cool. Give a one-of-a-kind gift this Father's Day. Good thing about this is anytime you actually have sales or offers coming up, if there's specific days that you could promote or, actually launch a special offer or do something around a specific event or holiday, it's very effective because you're able to get new customers at a lower cost per acquisition and get returning customers to come back and buy from your brand. So it's an obvious thing that you should do for your brand is just being able to promote around specific holidays. But let's get into the more evergreen content that is, actually allowing this store to be able to scale up consistently over the years. First thing we'll notice at the very top is going to be their actual banner, Italian-made chains. That's a specific call out that they have. It plays into the overall story. Take our chain style quiz. That's another thing they have that's really unique because people can take a quiz, find out what jewelry piece best fits them. And they have the 20,000 reviews up here as well. So it's always sliding and changing. You always want a actual banner at the very, very top and have a top bar because that's going to help increase your conversion rates. We see that all the time with client stores, whether it's free shipping, whether it's a special offer, some form of a call out at the very top just allows information to be delivered in an easier way for potential prospects visiting your website that could become customers. And as we scroll down on their actual site, we can see that they offer their best selling men's chains. This is really important because a lot of times people will literally have on their Shopify store all of their products at the initial spot, or they'll show a bunch of different images or go into the actual story before actually showing their best-selling items. If you have a best-selling item, you always want to show your best sellers first because they're best sellers. They're more likely to convert. It means that on average, a broader audience is more likely to convert with a bestseller. If you have an item that is sold over 1,000 pieces and then you have another item that's only sold about 50, you shouldn't be showing the one that's only sold 50. Always show your best-selling items first because it's going to increase your conversion rates. So definitely on the first page, always make sure to show your best-selling items first and then show what other people are, potentially buying or what's trending up at the time. And then another unique thing that they're doing is they have these actual call-outs, these pop-ups that say number one gold chain, number one silver chain. It's giving even more reasons and it's basically removing the decision-making process for a prospect to make a purchase. Because of this, it's much easier for somebody to actually purchase and buy, because now not only do they know it's a bestseller and people really like it, but it's the number one gold chain. So it's much easier for somebody to make a buy. Next thing you'll notice is they're not showing any models in these initial images. I know that might seem like a small thing, but it's been proven time and time and again with data that if you don't have a model in your image, you're going to convert more. We've proven this across hundreds of stores and ad accounts. Anytime we're actually running an actual ad to a product landing page, you always want to show the item on a blank background or canvas first before you actually show it being used with a model. And most importantly, that means a white background or a subtle background to where the focus is purely on the product. The reason for this is because whenever you're running ads, you want people to know immediately what you're selling. If you have a model in your actual image, the first thing people are going to be drawn to is that model or their eyes. And if you have to have a model in your image, always remove their eyes, because that's how human psychology works. Is the first thing people are going to look towards is looking at their eyes and then actually looking into that person before they realize what is even being sold. So if you want to give a boost in your overall conversion rates, just go ahead and show the item on a blank canvas first, and you're going to see a lift. Next thing you'll notice is they're looking to get SMS opt-ins. And they also had a pop-up on their site when I first visited. It was asking for an email. So if you get their email, you can get on their actual email list. That's going to increase conversions. Emails are an easy way to consistently get sales. And then they're also asking for SMS and getting 20% off. So they have a call out. They're offering a specific percent off and getting people to sign up, both email and phone number. This is really good because not only do they get this information to actually remarket to these people for free through these other apps they have on email and SMS, but they're offering an incentive for people to do it. And not only that, but if you're running Facebook ads or TikTok ads, if you capture an email, that's a unique identifier. And if you capture a phone number, that's also a unique identifier, which thus increases your match rates on Facebook, giving you better targeting because you're able to connect to a person's profile much easily with that information if you hadn't had it before. The next thing is, they're actually asking for a quiz. So if you don't want the 20% off, maybe you take a quiz because you want to find out what actually is the perfect chain style for you. Next thing is shopping by category. If you're looking for chains, bracelets, rings, they have the different categories. And then as we continue to go down, we'll see that they're offering a bundle. Bundles are an easy way to get people to buy multiple items at a discount. That way people are more incentivized to do so. And then we have their just dropped. This is another good actual section. New releases, just dropped, just released. Those types of call outs are really great because long-time customers and long-term ones will really appreciate this because they buy a lot of items and they'll come back and see what just recently came out and want to purchase those as well. So it's always a unique thing to do. It works extremely well in the jewelry space, the clothing space, and especially any space where you're having a limited quantity and you're doing special drops. And then they have some credibility, which is in the media. GQ, which is a actual fashion magazine, primarily for men, Men's Journal, and then Us. So you can see that they're in these different actual magazines, which helps with the overall credibility, gives trust to the actual brand, and can help them scale up. We've identified 10 different unique ad creatives that generate consistent conversions and increase return on ad spend. And one of those that have been identified is the credibility of press and credible magazines or articles you can be in. And this is one way to increase your overall conversion rate. And then they have a little bit more information about their materials to learn more about their products or 5-star reviews. This is just helping with the decision-making process and buying if people are really interested. If they want to know more about the jewelry, is it going to rust? Is it going to fade in the water? These different types of things so that we can learn more. Or if they want to see somebody else's opinion and not just learning from the brand, they can simply go check out the reviews. Then at the bottom, we have another offer, which is an exclusive access to deals. This is really important. You want to be able to capture this information as much as possible because if they don't buy, but you at least get their contact info, it's going to be easier to reach out. Then they have their shop. They have their company information, their social media handles, and then their actual payment badges. If you don't have these things, this is stuff that is simply going to increase your conversion rate. It's very easy to add in these actual items. Now, let's go ahead and check out one of their actual products and see what we can find. Once again, you'll notice that the eyes are cut out. You'll notice this with a lot of big brands. We always advise clients to remove eyes or focus on blank canvas backgrounds. And if you have to use a model to show it off, always remove anything above the actual face part where it covers out their eyes, because you're going to increase your conversion rates. This is a proven thing time and again with data. None of this is personal opinion. I'm not calling out just what I'm seeing. I'm actually calling out specific things that have been proven by data and science to actually increase your conversion rates. These are things you can literally do to be able to get better sales and results. A 1% increase in your conversion rate could save you a lot of money and increase your overall sales volume, giving you a better ROI. And then when we hover over this, it shows the blank background, which is really important. You'll see that they're showing the blank background once again because that allows people to visualize it on themselves without having to see the model. Then they have the rings, they have a tennis bracelet, and you'll notice that their pricing is all ending in a 9, which is interesting. 59, 49, 249. They have the actual sale going here, and they have the bestseller call out. Once again, featured bestsellers. This is really important. It makes it easier for the buying decision. Then you'll notice that they actually removed the models on the bottom section and flipped it. It's easy for people to decide to click on a specific item that they want. So let's go ahead and click on, a best-selling item and see what we can see. All right, so immediately you'll notice that the images are popping up in this section where you can get a visual of all of the images without having to scroll through. This is saving them actually clicks and making it easier for somebody to just add to, the actual cart and check out. So once they see the items, you'll notice once again, no eyes here. And then you'll see a video just demonstrating it, showing how it looks in video. Another thing is you can swap between the actual different colors here. It's discounted, has the reviews, has the bundle and save. You can add to cart or you can pay in installments. Having installments is important. Some of our clients see up to 30% of all their sales come from, these actual split pays of where they're doing installments on a payment plan. Lots of people like to use this, especially people who are buying, actual jewelry or regular shoppers. Then they have free 2-day shipping with orders over $200. You always want to make a call out how fast your shipping is, how long it's going to take, and if you offer free shipping, always make sure people know how much they need to spend in order to get it, or if you just offer it in general, always make that aware, because otherwise you're going to have a big drop off at the checkout when people find out how long it takes. And it's just easier to state the information up front so it's easier for them to convert. Then they actually have a comparison. We know with ads, one of the other things is a comparison style video or a comparison style ad is great with conversions, especially if shown on a website. They're doing a comparison in retail. They're saying that, literally less than half of the cost of the typical retail. And it's actually 8 to 10 times markup in retail. So you can see that just going direct to their online source is going to save a lot of money, and people can see traditional jewelry stores versus JAXXON, which is very easy for people to realize that they're going to save money. Another reason for them to make an actual buy. Next thing you'll notice is 14K, and it's gold bonded. You can see exactly the information on it, details and description. Very consistent, very easy. A lot of times people will list like 30 bullets. You don't want to do that. It's going to decrease conversion rates. People aren't going to read each individual bullet. You want to break it up and make it easy to understand. And you'll notice that the fair pricing was automatically already tabbed out, so that way you can see exactly that piece first. We continue to go down. There's going to be some more information on it. No compromises, a little bit more to the story. Italian made, filling into the story, timeless. There you go. Then you have your reviews. You always want reviews if you have them. If you don't have reviews, just remove it temporarily until you can get them. And then recently viewed as well. So once you add to bag, let's see what happens. The pop out. This is one of the things that does increase conversion rates. If you click add to cart and it takes you to a separate page, there's load time. Then there's a chance that you're not going to add any additional items to cart. Having a actual, pop out where your cart just slides right out. I believe it's called like drawer cart. And essentially what happens is this is going to increase your conversion rates because it's much easier for somebody to check out because it's not taking you to a new page, and you can offer upsells here. And it'll essentially tell you, you can have these apps that'll tell you if they meet certain, criteria, whether it's free shipping or you're giving a specific offer. These are things that increase conversion rates. All of these things are stuff that you can implement to get better results. Breaks down the actual shipping, and then they can simply hit the checkout and go straight to checkout and make a purchase. So that's the product page breakdown. We just looked at their collection. We can look at a few more things that are very obvious and are going to increase conversion rates. One of those things are everything here with padding is very tightened in. A lot of times there's too much spacing in between the actual menu and the product, and there's a lot of scrolling that has to be done. That'll decrease your conversion rate for sure. And these are things that you want to pay attention to. So you want to tighten up all your padding. You can deliver more information in a more concise way, getting much more insights across, making it easier for somebody to realize that they want to make a purchase. Then they have special offers. If you give 40, you get 40. So essentially, there's another way for people to actually be able to get money to spend on the site while giving money to their friends. Then we have gifts, because gifts is a huge thing. You can have tons of sales with gifts. Gifts are one easy way to actually include that information in your ad, making it easier for somebody to buy. Lots of times people don't just buy for themselves. They're buying for friends, family, sisters, brothers, mothers, and all the time people in relationships and even distant people in relationships are buying for one another. This is very common. People like to buy gifts for other people. So you always want to have a gifting section if possible. If your actual item does fit in the gift category, then you definitely want to have this, because it's easy for you to be able to get consistent sales this way. Then they have their women's collection as well, where they have their best sellers. Once again, similar breakdown to the men's, where it's all structured, because once again, these things are already proven to actually work. All right, so let's go ahead and check out some of their actual ads. All right, so we're on their actual ad library where we can see their ads, because we went to facebook.com/ads/library, where we can literally search up a brand and see exactly what ads that they're running. And we'll immediately notice that they're running vertical style videos, which is great for stories. We know that stories on Instagram is one of the most viewed placements. Then they're running this, and we know this is going to be delivering to Reels, which is a very highly viewed placement currently. And they're using the vertical formats because we know that this is going to consistently deliver to high viewed placements. The other thing is they're using specific callouts that are going to trigger buys. Best selling. We know it's easier for somebody to make a decision. They call out the length of the actual chain. Must have piece for every guy, calling out the audience. Then they're giving more criteria for credibility, which is calling out where they've been featured in GQ, Forbes, Men's Journal. Then they're calling it an iconic chain, which is making it more unique. And then not only that, but they're saying that they have over 20,000 plus 5-star reviews. And if 20,000 plus customers have reviewed this product and given it a 5-star, then it must be pretty good, right? Those are the things that are helping people make a decision. Not only that, but if they don't have the money to buy it, well, get it now and pay later with ShopPay at checkout. These are all things that have been proven by data to actually result in a conversion and help tremendously with actual sales. And most trusted men's jewelry brand, another call out. They're giving every reason why, you should end up buying this product, so that way they don't have any actual objections going into it. Immediately, number one selling, gold chain, best gift for him. Any reason, we're calling out every single way. 3 reasons why. Perfect. So it has plenty of call outs. It's done in a way that's real friendly. We see this style of text on TikTok. In fact, TikTok is one of the most successful platforms right now with actually growing organically and through paid. And literally, you can use this style of text in ads on TikTok and be super successful. And they're starting to use it on Reels, which is really interesting. So let's continue to look at some other ads. They have the featured in, which is one of those credibility callouts, number one selling. You should definitely have these style of ads going because these are proven style of ads that actually convert. If we continue going down, we can see they have new styles under $100 for people who are, budget conscious. And then if we continue to go down, more styles, limited time only. So there's some scarcity being added in. Number one selling cross pendant. Once again, very similar format, limited time. We continue to go down. We'll see very similar style ads, just switching up the products, switching up the creatives. So realistically, they're running about 3 to 4 different style of ads that are really driving their overall conversions with not much deviation because they've identified what's worked and they're scaling it up. You realize that they're not doing hundreds of different tests or hundreds of unique different, ad variables. They really just have about a few different styles that they know convert and they're sticking to what they know works. And that's really important once you're at scale, is not deviating too much and just sticking to what is consistently working and ramping up spend there. And then they have a back in stock video. So this is another thing. They have, actual celebrities in here, athletes. They have reviews. They're showing the website, so when people click on it, they know that they're in the right place when they visit the website. More reviews. Then they have the credibility with the articles, making it so much simpler for people to actually check out. Shop now. And actually having your website at the very end and saying .com or saying your actual website link, it's easier for people to actually do a Google search. So this can actually drive a lot of Google search traffic as well, which can increase conversions. Also, because a lot of times people won't click on an ad, they'll actually do a Google search. Having this website link here makes it easier for somebody to actually search it or just type it into their URL, which is where you see a lot of those direct sales coming from, is from people seeing this and then just actually going and making a purchase. Once you're at scale with your brand, a lot of this becomes a blended ROAS targeting effort where you're actually looking across multi-channels and paying attention to your overall blended, where you can actually scale up all platforms and not so much siloing things anymore, because there's a lot of indirect ways that sales are coming from these ads and are not fully being tracked overall. And if you've been on my channel before, then you know how important TikTok ads and TikTok organic is in actually generating sales, where we've literally had brands do over $30,000 in sales in a single day with TikTok organic. We've had other brands scale up to $300,000, $500,000 a month, all from TikTok. And so let's go ahead and break down their actual TikTok page and see exactly how they're driving actual traffic and sales as well. So here we are, we're on JAXXON Jewelry's actual TikTok page. They have 514,000 followers, about 673,000 likes. Their videos are only really maintaining around 500 to 1,000 views, which is actually really low for a brand. A lot of times the brands we're working with, they're maintaining 10, 20, 30, even 100,000 views in actual video. And there is a specific science and data-driven way to generate consistent results and maintain high view volume and growth. And I can definitely assure you, a lot of times when brands are actually posting like their percent off or sales, those aren't really going to get a lot of views. It's actually going to take away from the delivery aspect. And a lot of times it's just going to actually repel a lot of the people. So even JAXXON, a really large brand that's doing over 60 million in a single year could, use improvements on TikTok and see really good results. A lot of this looks more like a collective branding effort rather than actually playing into the actual TikTok style of video, which is more raw, which is more genuine, which is more of like a founder's view or somebody on the actual team filming videos, replying to comments, answering questions, similar to how we saw in the ad library where they're actually breaking down objections. It would actually be very similar to that, except on TikTok, it would be more raw. It would actually be like somebody, just filming from their phone, going over the actual product, talking about it, and then when people ask a question, replying to that comment. Those are going to get much higher view volume and much higher growth overall. So a lot of their posts are mainly promo posts. If they switch to more of an organic approach where they're focusing on actually demonstrating, use cases or styling it with different outfits, doing trends, they would have videos that would be upwards of 100,000 to 1 million plus views and could very easily see, 50 to 100K in sales from a single video. But all in all, one good thing is they are posting on TikTok, which is a good start, especially for brands. If you're not on TikTok, you definitely should be. So definitely have to give it to them that they are starting on TikTok, because a lot of brands still haven't made the jump yet. And a lot of people are still figuring out. There's not a lot of information on TikTok and TikTok ads on how to successfully do it. A lot of people are still figuring it out, and it's really rough waters. And a lot of the bigger brands who've scaled up over the years are really waiting to actually see what works in the market before they actually make their move. And a lot of times people will just, maintain their presence there rather than actually effectively implementing a strategy that's more unique to the platform. And that's really exactly what we cover in our actual trainings and online videos. We actually break down the consistent strategies on each unique platform, so that way you can understand how they actually fit into the overall marketing mix to get successful sales. Now, I just completely broke down JAXXON's website and their traffic sources and exactly how they're generating sales, the conversion rate optimization behind the website, the traffic sources through Facebook ads to consistently scale up, the effective strategies that they're using, and what platforms that they're leveraging to be able to actually find and raise their overall awareness and traffic to the site to increase conversions. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or even discouraged, don't be, because I want to break this down for you, because you should just remember this. JAXXON didn't start out initially with all of this success. They didn't start working with the top influencers in their space. They didn't have the most perfect ads initially. Nobody ever does. And if they do, then, they've usually come from a background where they've already successfully executed for their own brand or another brand, and they have the experience to actually come in. A lot of times beginners are always figuring it out and improving over the years. And that's exactly what it's all about, is consistent growth over time and learning exactly what results in a sale and what doesn't, and making subtle tweaks to your site, subtle tweaks to your ads that can lift your overall conversion rate, and learning the data behind the machine, so that way you can pay attention to the numbers and not get overwhelmed by your overall emotions. And the biggest thing that creates success is massive action. Not overthinking anything, always implementing, always doing, always executing, and finding new ways to overall grow so that way you can be successful in the online space. If they never would have taken that first step in 2017, they wouldn't be where they are now. And if you talk to any successful entrepreneur, you'll find that all of them say that hard work and consistent day in and day out effort is what leads to overall success. If you just put in the work day after day, eventually you're going to find some form of success where you're eventually able to actually leverage the overall success that you've had. What I mean by that is you can literally end up creating a budget organically, potentially from TikTok, where you get tons of sales from all of the consistent daily posts that you've been making for your brand, and eventually create that budget that you use towards running TikTok ads and leveraging the platforms like Facebook to actually scale your overall ROI, where you're turning 5,000 into 10,000 and actually scaling up from 10,000 to 100,000 in overall sales, and maintaining consistent growth where you're able to hit 500K months and even 7-figure months where you're producing over $1 million in sales with your actual brand online. And that's exactly why we created our Ads Mastery one-on-one mentorship, where we literally teach and train, entrepreneurs and business owners on how to successfully scale their online business, whether it's B2B, lead generation, local, e-commerce, whether you're on Shopify, on how to actually scale up your overall sales using TikTok, organic strategies, where you can literally get over 100,000 followers in less than 30 days, like we did for Scott here, who was literally able to scale to 140,000 followers in just a little over a month. And not only that, but we go over the exact strategies on what style of videos are going to maintain view volume, what style of videos are going to maintain actual sales volume, where you can literally see 30K days and scale up to $2 million a year like Curtis here, and where we break down the exact strategies on TikTok ads and go over the optimization, the scaling, the actual ad creative type that converts, the proven data behind everything. And that's exactly what we focus on, is data. Numbers never lie and opinions always change. We never want to pay attention to the crowd or opinions. We always want to dive deeper into the numbers, make sense of the metrics, and let that be our guiding star, because at the end of the day, the data will never fail, and it's always going to bring you in light of the actual true situation so you can make logical decisions around your ads, be profitable, be a mindful business owner, and actually have dictated terms on your own that actually allow you to have success. And we also cover Facebook ads, where we've literally advised on over $200 million in ad spend and helped hundreds of brands actually scale up over the years, where we work with some of the largest Fortune 100 brands in the entire world, where we break down exactly the ad strategies that we're using, the Facebook ad creative types, how to optimize, what ads to scale, what audiences to cut, how to get your budget up to 1,000 daily, how to get it up to your first 100 daily. Or if you're looking to really scale up, we've literally taken brands to 10,000, 30,000 a day in sales. And not only that, but we've actually break down the overall creative types, the 10 creative formats, the actual ways to track your results successfully, and pay attention to the numbers and become more analytical driven. And if you want to work one-on-one with us and actually have myself and team guide you through these exact steps, then feel free to actually schedule a call with us to see if we're the right fit below, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at @RealChaseChappell, where you can DM me the word mentorship, and I'm happy to give you more information and share the links with you to actually book a call with us. That way you can also be able to learn the exact strategies we're using to actually ramp up overall sales volume and get consistent ROIs. Okay, y'all, we really covered a lot in today's breakdown, where we went over the exact strategies for both conversion rate optimization on the website and exactly the marketing tactics that are being used both on a TikTok organic standpoint and an actual Facebook ad standpoint, where they're driving overall sales volume. And I hope this really motivates you to not only actually scale up your brand, but look for more ways to become more effective at driving conversions, making it easier for you to increase your ROI and actually find success from this actual video. And if you really did like it, please do give it a like and subscribe, because it truly does help the algorithm and it helps us grow our actual channel, where we provide as much value as we can to you, so that way you can learn the exact strategies and have the same success. And I really appreciate you for watching this video. So once again, it's your favorite digital marketer here, Chase Chappell. Cheers and bye, y'all. Hey, if you made it to the end of this video, then I know you're an ambitious learner and you're looking for more. So go ahead and click this video here. I hand selected it for you.